Hey guys, how are you? In this video, I'm going to share with you an interesting news about Lenovo. And since Lenovo is all talk and no action, this news really surprised me. So without any further ado, let's move towards the video. So we can all agree that Lenovo's mobile division has pulled the rug out from under us before with false expectations. But with its latest launch, the company is blowing expectations out of the water. The Lenovo Z5 Pro GT, or for some people the Z5 Pro 855, is not only the first device with a Snapdragon 855 but also packs a whole lot more. If we take a look at the spec sheet of the Lenovo Z5s, first and the foremost thing, Lenovo has proved themselves. I think there's no word aside from impressive that can describe what we're seeing here. The Snapdragon 855 processor, which just debuted last month, is at the core of this phone. And the Z5 Pro GT's January release date sets it as the first device to launch with the processor. The processor alone would already have this phone making headlines, but more impressively, it also packs the most RAM we've ever seen in a smartphone. 12 gigs of RAM. 12 gigs of RAM in a smartphone. That is simply impressive. And as we know, just recently OnePlus brought huge amount of RAM to the mainstream with its McLaren edition OnePlus 60 having 10 gigs of RAM. But Lenovo is taking it even further. And since the phone is all about speed, it has racing vibes in the design as well. The back panel is glass with a pattern imitating carbon, while red accents were added to the rim of the top side, the main camera sensors, and the bottom half of the slider. Other specs of the phone remain unchanged from the vanilla Z5 Pro, a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display with a fingerprint scanner underneath, sliding mechanism, hiding the 16 megapixel plus 8 megapixel dual selfie camera setup, and the rear unit consists of two Sony sensors. The first one is 24.8 megapixel IMX576 and the second one is 16 megapixel IMX519. The configuration is quite odd here as the sensors don't appear to be offering different lens configurations and both have f1.8 aperture. There are three variants with three different price tags. The first one having 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage that cost about $390 or 340 euros. The second one having 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of internal that will cost about $500 or 440 euros, and the most powerful one with 12 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage that will cost about $650 or 560 euros. And all of the variants have 3350 mAh battery. And other specs include a USB Type-C connector and a 3.5mm headphone jack, surprisingly. And the downsides of this device are that there is no wireless charging support even though it is a flagship device, and the sliding mechanism also makes it hard for the phone to support any kind of IP rating. The pre-orders of this device begins on January 15, while official market launch is scheduled for January 24. Okay guys, that is all for today. Subscribe to my channel, share this video, like this video, and turn on the bell notifications to get notified about my future videos. Also, if you have any questions regarding any of the topics shown in this video, you can ask me in the comment section below. I will sure try to answer them. But for now, let's call it a day.